This is Lenore always wants to know who Charlamagne the God says is the donkey of the day. Mm-hmm. After we do the donkey of the day, we'll go right into your thing, Wendy. The donkey of the day today goes to the CEO of Kellogg's. Charlamagne gave him the donkey of the day because the CEO of Kellogg said poor families should consider eating cereal for dinner. Now, when I first heard that, I thought, I don't think that's a donkey of the day because
I eat cereal sometime at night.
I eat cereal for dinner. Why is that a donkey of the day? Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Put me in there because I'm covered.
Oh, why is that donkey of the day?
Right.
Because I think that's a brilliant idea to eat cereal to save money. Or breakfast anytime at nighttime.
Cereal can be healthy too. Yeah, if you do some fruit on it.
So Charlamagne gives him donkey of the day because he says, first of all, we already know that.
Okay, that's not news to us.
And he thinks rich people always feel like they telling poor people something.
And he's out of touch.
Yeah. Guess what? In other words, it's like saying, hey, this is a good idea. Hey, eat. Why don't you just put a piece of bread and some cinnamon and then some butter and then that'll be a sandwich for you or something stupid like that.
Or pour some syrup on your bread.
Have a syrup sandwich.
Yeah, that saves money.
Yeah. Or why don't you take some powdered milk and blend it with your regular milk and you can make your milk stretch longer.
Right.
So he felt like this billionaire telling people to eat cereal for dinner because they're poor is a donkey.
He called him a donkey.
Then he gave him a donkey. And I was like, I didn't even think about this. I'm glad he broke it down. He said, instead of telling people to eat cereal for dinner, why don't you pour some of that multi-billion-dollar Kellogg money into the communities of people that's poor that have to eat cereal for dinner?
Right.
And I went a step further and said, why don't they give kids cereal at school and stuff?
And those little boxes they can.
And send it to them at home.
Yeah, and they can have it at home and eat, like he said, for dinner.
Right. And then he ended it by saying, let's just go for the sake of argument and say, yeah, we'll eat cereal for dinner because the Kellogg's man told us to. He said it won't be Kellogg's. Kellogg's is too expensive.
It costs a lot of money.
He said we're eating great value cereal or cereal. And he said we, like he poor, but he said he grew up poor. So
okay.
He said we're eating Aldi brand or great value. We're not eating Kellogg's. He said we were so poor. We had knockoffs of Kellogg.
Yes.
We didn't have Tony the Tiger, he said.
No.
We had a polar bear who wore gloves and a scarf. He said, first of all, nobody questioned, why would a polar bear have on a scarf? He's a polar bear. So why is he wearing gloves and scarves? He said, we were poor. We didn't know no better.
With a knockoff cereal.
Knockoff cereal. Instead of Tony the Tiger, it'd be some leopard or something.
Right, some other animal. Oh my God, yes. That's
with a hat on or something.
And we got
not even Tony the Tiger.
And the sad thing is we're older now. We got spoiled. Oh no, it has to be Tony.
Right.
I don't want no fake frosted flakes.
Right.
Oh my God.
So he got the donkey of the day.
Oh, that's funny.
Although I think his intentions were good.
Yeah.
We don't, never be, this is a lesson to rich people. Never give poor people advice. That's like walking past a homeless man on the street and saying, instead of a regular coat, you should have maybe a coat with feathers or something.
Unless they've been poor themselves. So a lot, because I'm going back to my old episode of Good Times.
Yeah.
Where the JJ was taking out a girl from a rich family, lived on the South Shore area of Chicago, which is a nice area at that time too. Dad, and he came from the ghetto. Dad and mom, he owns hotels and making money. And he kind of looked down on, JJ because he didn't want his daughter going. And then they had he and James was going at it. And James said, don't look so snobby. Oh, are we not clean enough for you to be in our house in the ghetto? And the man said, I never want to be reminded about being here.
Right.
I don't want to be reminded about being in the ghetto and being poor.
And I told my sister, when we didn't have anything and we lived in the projects for a little bit of time, I don't even remember being poor.
We didn't think
because my mother was buying us hand-me-down stuff we didn't even know.
We didn't even know.
And when I look back on the pictures, how dare you, Mom?
Toys.
My toy, one doll had one eye.
One Christmas.
And my mother buying that for me for Christmas.
Her bike had rust.
My bike had rust on
some
it.
rust on the chain.
Brand new bike under the Christmas tree. I'm looking at the picture going, why does this bike have rust on it?
But you didn't care.
I didn't care.
You rode that bike till those wheels fell off.
Thanks, Mom.
Mama laughing.
And my mother gave us government cheese. That cheese was so
good. In the box.
Yeah, but it stopped you up. You didn't use the washroom for 3 days.
And powdered milk. She would use powdered milk with regular milk and stretch it so the milk can last longer. Boy, those are the good old days.
We didn't know.
We didn't even know.
We didn't know we was poor.
We were struggling. And
my mother had me going outside. I look at my hair. It'd be all over my head.
No, Kim. She said no. She'll put a lot of oil on it.
On the side and one in the back.
One in the back.
She gave me 2 plaits.
That big plait in the front, the one on the side, and the one in the back. And then Easter, we would have our hair down.
So much grease on it. It would.
Oh my God. Yeah, I get it. This man is out of touch. That's the bottom line.
Where'd you get my clothes from? Oh, okay.
You know what? My bike came from Kmart and I was happy. My 10-speed came from Kmart.
Yeah.
And I rode that 10-speed till it was stolen.
Yeah. Oh, everybody got their bike stolen back then. I know. And it was always some stupid kid in the neighborhood.
Oh my God.
So you know you're going to go get it. It's like, why you steal my bike?
Yeah. Well, I was afraid. I didn't want to go get it because I didn't want to get beat up.
Well,
okay.
All right. Christopher says hello. Hey, Christopher.
Hey.
Lisa Robinson says, hey, ladies, do he really know how much cereal costs? No.
Kellogg's is a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and the boxes seem like it's getting smaller or thinner.
And then he had the nerve to say the amount of money you spend on dinner, you can buy a box of cereal with some milk. Does he know how much milk costs?
Thank you. That gallon of milk will be gone just for everybody drinking, eating cereal.
So Charlemagne the God gave him Donkey of the Day.
Yeah. Sorry, Kellogg's man.
Even though I think his heart was in the right place.
He was giving a suggestion. Save money, you low on funds, have cereal for dinner.
Rich people never give advice to people who don't have any money, please.
Right, yeah.
Never.
Okay.
All right, Wendy.